should show everybody you. That was Malika, everybody. That's one of my eggs and her daddy's sperm fused together. We made that.
Beautiful harmony.
Usually, she's a beautiful harmony. Right now, she's been a pain in the backside.
And she loves it.
Because we be falling out. Ha! That's why she bumped her head just now. Well, she bumped her back just now. Whatever it is.
Do you want to do your reading?
No.
My job is
I want to fix you first.
See?
It's karma.
And this is why.
So anywho, folks, welcome to the masturbation reading. Yeah, finally, we want to know masturbation. What does God want us to know about it? It's been a while, but there's been a lot going on in my life, so I had to take my time. But now, let's find out, what does the creator of all want us to know about masturbation, this taboo subject? Okay, because we've heard a lot of teachings about it from a lot of different places, and it's like, who knows what the fuck they're talking about? We're about to find out. So the first question I want to find out is masturbation. What does God want us to know? And the next question I want to ask is, how many times a year is a healthy amount of times to have an orgasm? An orgasm is that most pleasurable part of sex. Okay, that's where you reach that point where you feel that thing and then you feel like, yeah, I can't take any more right now. Give me a few moments to recover. Okay. All right, so when I first the day when I went to do this reading, God informed me that I need to make a deck that is geared towards the reproductive system, the male and female reproductive system. So here we have fallopian tubes card, promiscuity card, what's that? Abomination card, because we want to know if it's an abomination or not, because so many people claim it's an abomination that they don't do it. What's that? Uterus, ejaculatory ducts. So this is about to be a sexual education kind of reading. Okay, we got the urethra, the testicle, inadequate sexual care. Got the ovaries card. Got a card that says healthy on it. The orgasm card. The baby card. A release card. And I left space at the top of these cards. I put the writing at the top because I didn't know if I wanted to write anything else at the bottom, like just to define the words. Yeah. But this is a tension card. Celibacy card. Stagnation card, because when I was making this deck I didn't realize that I would have to do like all this extra writing. So some of them they're written in the middle, some of them they're written at the top. Those are the ones that came after I realized that there was a lot more writing to do. Okay, we have a pleasure card. You could crack your eyes. We have a mind card. I don't even know why I made a mind card, but God knows. Emotion card, a spirit card, manifestation card, we have a God card, we have a function card, reproductive card, semen. I should have put the meaning on that because I'm not going to remember the meaning of all that, but semen is that clear, that grayish, clearish fluid. They say that carries the sperm and it protects the sperm as well. Okay. Cervix, prostate. Oh, I got 2 semen cards. See. Okay, so I can take this one out then. Oh, this is a new word. Epididymis, scrotum. So epididymis is a part of the male reproductive system. Seminal vesicles. I got a do-it-yourself card. And I have a self-care card. So if, let's say, one of these cards come out in the reverse, so if it come out in the upright, then you know it's a green light. If it comes out in the reverse, then it's like we think it's self-care, but it's not. So let's see, what does God want us to know about masturbation? All right, Most High God, come in and teach us, please, so that we can gain a better understanding on this subject. Okay. If there's anybody trying to interfere with this reading, please block them so we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Thank you. You see the shuffle, see how it's in balance? It's a one card. Again. Two more shuffles. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody decided to call me in the middle of the reading. I guess that's my enemies trying to stop God's word from getting out there. But one more shuffle and we're ready to go there. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we've got semen, grayish white bodily fluid that carries sperm, etc. It helps sperm to survive for successful fertilization. Okay, so yeah, this is what this is about. Okay, you know, after you ejaculate, that's basically, for a man anyway, that's what comes out, the semen. And I guess for a woman sometimes there's a kind of thick fluid that comes out clear. I guess it would be like the same thing, but for the female body. I guess that might be natural lubrication. Okay, first of all, let me say this, right? I am not a sexpert. Okay. I've been practicing celibacy for a very long time, years as a matter of fact. So it's been a while since I've seen a real penis. And I don't know much about that part of the body, because when a man gets with a woman to have relations, they don't actually talk about what needs to be talked about. It's like everybody expect everybody to know everything about the opposite sex's genitalia, and the truth is we hardly know anything. We be trying to figure that shit out as we go along. Okay, well, at least that's my truth. I haven't had so much experience that I am well versed on the topic. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, no shame in my game. The truth shall set us all free. But I have had some experience and I do know some things. So okay, right. So let's see. So masturbation, what does God want us to know? Got semen at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we got two cards to come out, the stagnation card and self-care. So masturbation, it's self-care for stagnation. Okay, because practicing celibacy, I can teach you about celibacy. I can't teach you about like sex. Okay, maybe I can teach you a little bit. Mostly I can teach you about celibacy. There's a point where the body feels like something is built up. Okay, and when that thing is built up, it causes discomfort. It's kind of like a swelling. Okay, and that's when you know it's time for you to release. Okay, it's time to have an orgasm and release all those fluids, activate that part of the system, because the stagnation, it will cause damage. Okay, because the underlying issue we got here is the function. It's for proper functioning. So what does God want us to know about masturbation so far is that it's self-care for stagnation, especially if you're single. It's a way to take care of your sexual system, your reproductive system, so that it keeps functioning and so that you yourself can overall stay functioning. So even if you don't want to have a baby, it's still necessary for one to release that buildup when you feel it. It's like if you haven't eaten for a long time and your body's full of gas. In order to get the gas out, you have to start eating and drinking something so that could be expelled from the body, or else you'll be very uncomfortable, you'll be ill, your body won't function right. It's the same thing for the sexual organs. Okay, and let's find another example. It's like you could say like a car. If you know anything about cars, one thing I know about cars is like if the car's been sitting down for a while, it will completely seize up. You have to actually drive the car. Sometimes drive the car very fast so that it could blow the system out, the circulatory system, make it function so that the car can run smoothly. Because if you don't, it will break down on you when you want it to actually work. Okay, so see the body, see the reproductive system specifically, and the rest of the body like that. So if you don't activate your reproductive system, it will seize up on you. Stagnation. It's good to take care of it. If you have a partner, you do it together and have fun. If you don't have a partner, then you do it yourself. Okay? But it's for the proper functioning. So let's read on underlying issue. Function. Pleasure. Yeah, because when it comes to the reproductive system, it's not always about making babies. That would be ridiculous. Like the only time where God made us to have sex is when we're having babies. Like that doesn't make any sense, you know? Because anybody who has experience with sex will realize its therapeutic abilities, its healing abilities. So it's more than just for making babies. Okay, it releases tension, it releases just sometimes you're frustrated, and just to have a little bit of fun, sexual fun, it gets your mind off all the madness, so at least you can have a moment of bliss once you're with the right person and you're doing it the right way. Okay, so we got function, pleasure, manifestation, abomination, fallopian tubes. Interesting. What's God saying here? And then we got baby. Okay, wait. So what does God want us to know about masturbation? Okay. So yeah, it's like if you don't want to have a baby, if you don't want to, if you don't, how we go? So abomination, fallopian tubes, that's where the eggs come from. And then you make a baby, right? So if you don't want to make a baby, you can either practice the withdrawal method, which is very messy, okay? Or some people be putting that shit down the throat. That's another reading I need to do because I don't know about that. People allowing their man to ejaculate down their throats and stuff. What is that doing to our digestive system? I don't know. Okay, it just doesn't sit very well with me personally. But basically, what this underlying issue here is saying that if you don't want to have a baby, then you can either let your partner do it for you or you do it yourself. So that's why the abomination come out, because abomination is something that's against the law. And what would be against the law right now is having babies, because babies are something that you need to plan for, because once the process has begun, it's a very lengthy commitment. Okay, it's a very challenging and lengthy commitment. So if you're having sex thinking that you're only allowed to have sex and it's an abomination to practice withdrawal, that means when you feel you're about to ejaculate, you take your penis out of the woman and not ejaculate inside of her, because if you ejaculate inside of her, chances are it's going to meet with the egg from the fallopian tube and a baby is going to come. Okay, so if you don't want all of that, then manifest masturbation. Okay, so whether that is putting your two bodies together and doing it, because what is masturbation? Masturbation, it is for the purpose of having an orgasm, but you could masturbate with your partner, you could masturbate by yourself. In either case, the whole point is to release the stagnation of fluids, okay, especially, and also to activate the muscles that cause the both reproductive systems to do what they have to do. So when I say the muscles, it's like because it needs power. Let's say you want to make a baby, there needs to be a certain amount of power for the sperm to exit the male's body and go into the female's body, and that takes muscle. Okay, so how does that build? You understand what I'm saying? Now if those muscles are sitting there stagnant, just like if your body's sitting there stagnant, it's gonna get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. We have to activate these muscles. We have to use these muscles in order to keep them functional. And that's why function is the first card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so if you're a lazy person, if you haven't been taking care of your reproductive system by actually using it, then when you are ready to have a baby, it's gonna be difficult because this system can't cope. Okay, it's like if you haven't been working out with your arms, when you go to pick up a certain level of weight, you can't do it because you don't have that kind of capacity, you don't have that ability, you don't have that level of strength to do it. But if you practice, if you use it more and more, it gets stronger and stronger, and then you can lift up more and more and more. You understand? The reproductive system is very much the same. As a matter of fact, the whole body is the same. If you don't move the muscles anywhere, if you don't move the muscles in your face will get sick. Okay, like if you don't smile much, if you don't talk much, everything becomes stagnant, and then that creates illness, dis-ease, discomfort. Okay, so masturbation is like a massage, and that massage, it stimulates the muscles, and those muscles, when stimulated, it activates the system so that it keeps functioning. It makes this reproductive system stronger. Okay, so overall, what does God want us to know about masturbation, whether you're doing it by yourself or you're doing it with somebody else, is that masturbation is self-care for stagnation of the reproductive system. It doesn't matter if you're doing it by yourself or you're doing it with somebody else, because look at this now. As a person who practices celibacy, if you don't have somebody to do it for you, are you not going to do it? Are you going to let your system sit there and fade away slowly because you don't have a partner? Because somebody taught you that to touch yourself and activate your own reproductive muscles is an abomination unto God? Whoever came up with that did not understand. That rule is somebody's personal perception of masturbation, because God is saying it's self-care for the stagnation. Okay? If you don't move your body, it's gonna be stagnant. Your circulatory system is not going to function well, and your body's going to malfunction. Same thing with the internals. That's why we do cardio. Cardio is for the heart. If you don't do cardio, your heart muscle is gonna get weaker and weaker, and you'll develop heart problems. Breathing exercises, things like Tai Chi and stuff like that, is good for the lungs. If you don't do these things, the lungs will get weak and they will fade away. They'll malfunction. Okay, so the same way that we take time to take care of all these other body parts ourselves, we must allow ourselves to understand that it's okay to also include our sexual system in that self-care regime. It is not an abomination for us to take care of our own sexual health, because if you don't have a partner, and many of us don't have a partner, and some of us who do have a partner, our partner don't care about us enough to actually cater to our sexual health. They just want to use our body to take care of their sexual health, and to hell with you. I don't care if you had an orgasm. I don't care if you feel like that was what's the word, like adequate. I don't care if you felt like my attention to your body was adequate. I don't care if you feel satisfied. I don't care if you feel like that made a difference in your life. A lot of people are in relationships like that. Okay, so it's like, if you won't do it for me, I'll do it for myself then. And God says that's absolutely okay, because when somebody comes by who care about you and you want to have a baby with them, your system will be up and running, fully functional, strong, and you can actually have a baby to celebrate the love and care that you have for each other. Okay, and get rid of the losers, male and female. Okay, so masturbation is a part of self-care for the stagnation of the system. It stops the reproductive system from being stagnant. If you want to know what card was coming next, you got the uterus card, talking about baby. So it's like, if you don't want to have a baby, then you need to know how to cause yourself to have an ejaculation or an orgasm without making a baby. And I'm not sure about the dung in your throat vibes. It kind of makes sense, because I mean, when a man ejaculates, it's a messy business. If he's not allowed to ejaculate inside of you, it's a messy business. And I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way to work with that, because that shit is hard to wash out of fabrics as well. I tried. Okay, because me personally, I'll be honest with you, I like oral sex. I like to get it, I like to give it. Okay, and I'm not, don't tell me for swallow la 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 la. No. I don't know. I have to really, 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 really like you to swallow la la. Okay, and I haven't met anybody that I like that much yet. So, yeah. And after the uterus is God and reproductive. You see? So yeah, so it's all about taking care of one's reproductive system. All right, now let's find out. What's the question? How many times a year is a healthy amount of times to have an orgasm? That's what we want to know. Because some people be overindulging in sex. I ain't even gonna ask you. I know. So for the year, okay, and I would imagine it's gonna be an answer like between this and that, because the answer would depend on your own health. Okay, your the physical stamina that your body holds right now. Because if you're sick, obviously you can't have as much sex as somebody else. Like if you got heart problems and stuff like that, well, you probably can, but you would have to like you'd have to be careful because it could be strenuous. Like I said, it activates muscles, and if your muscles aren't strong enough, then your body's gonna freaking malfunction. Okay. And one more thing I wanted to tell you guys about celibacy is me. Sometimes I go for a long time before I decide to uh, cause myself to orgasm. I it gets to the point where it builds up where I just feel the pressure, and it's just like, yeah, we need to sort that out. Okay. Um, and when I do go to sort that out to have an orgasm, uh, sometimes it's painful. It's painful because it's been so stagnant. Okay? And I have to come up with all kind of breathing exercises and stuff, so I know I don't be doing it often enough. And that's why I included this question. So if you don't take care of your sexual health and you finally decide, okay, I'm gonna do it now, don't be surprised if you experience some discomfort like pain. Okay? But you gotta push through and don't neglect your body for that long in the future. Okay, so sometimes I don't have an orgasm for months. I do. But when I do get engaged, then it's just fun. But yeah, and that could be messy too, because I don't want to tell y'all too much about my business. Maybe in another video. But yeah, it could get messy. So you might wanna have like a towel folded up several times to catch any fluids that your body decides to emit. Okay, it could be I'm talking for women anyway, I can't speak for men, but yeah, it's a messy business, so just make sure that you do it nicely. Don't be yucky with it. Clean up after yourself, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's see, so how many times a year does God recommend we cause ourselves to have an orgasm, whether by ourselves or with our partner? Because I feel some people, they overuse the system. It's just like if you go to the gym and you lift too much weights, that's a problem. If you don't lift enough weights, if you don't do enough exercise, that's a problem. And if you do too much exercise, that's still a problem. Okay, so it's about finding the balance. So let's just get that information for us all. And you know, when you don't do it for a while, it actually is fun when you do it. You know, it's good to take a break from having sex sometimes, or from masturbating sometimes. Just take a break. We have to be careful what we allow these preachers and these imams and these elders and these people to teach us, because they just be running their mouth with no facts, you know. Because me, before I even knew that it was okay, because see, and I'm finding out now what God thinks about it with you guys. So it's like, before that, it's like my body don't feel right, I need to sort this out. So it was just common sense for me. But if you're living under a mindset where you've been led to believe that God will be upset with you or you be sinning or defiling your soul by masturbating, then that's gonna stop you from wanting to masturbate. Then your body is gonna stay there and deteriorate, just get weaker and weaker and weaker. It's gonna cause you more problems, you know. So I had to take matters into my own hands since I don't have a partner and do it myself. Get that shit out the way, enjoy myself while it's there. When it's done, and I move on with my life. Time to get back to work, you know. When I'm done, I feel better. There's no tension in this area here, like what they call it, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the root chakra, even right up to, what do they call this? Let's see, we got the root, sacral, and solar plex, right up to your solar plex. Up here. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, it's the whole freaking thing, because you want to pay attention to your body when it's releasing all this stuff. Just pay attention to your whole body, and you feel stuff moving from somewhere. I haven't studied it that much, but I feel it. I've acknowledged it. I've noticed it before. Some crazy sensations that are very necessary. Okay, so do indulge, but do not overindulge. You know, it's healthy. Two more times. So, how much times a year is a healthy amount of times for us to engage in sexual activity? This is for healthy people, okay? If you're not in the best of health, then drop the number lower, obviously, because then you'll be pushing your body too much. Unless you've been taking care of your health and you've been getting stronger throughout the year, then you can indulge. But this is for people who have been taking care of their body, their overall health. So that means your heart is functioning good, your lungs are functioning good, your circulatory system is functioning good, you know, you're keeping your lymphatic system respectable, you know, getting all the mucus out, keeping gas levels down in your body, you know, things like that. This is for, bye Malika, have a good one today. This is for overall generally healthy people, okay? So drop the numbers as you see fit. Let's see what God has to say. How many times a year is a healthy amount of times to indulge in having orgasms? What? I know some people are happy to see that. Shit. That means I am fucking, I'm in like a danger zone. Look at that. So we got 331 to 340 times. Oh my god, that's like almost every day. God said, miss the weekends. You can do it every day, just miss the weekends. Just take a bit of time off. That's a lot. I didn't expect to see that number. Wow. See? You live and you learn. Wow. That's why men be going on like that? So having an orgasm is that healthy? That's almost, there's like 365 days in a year. And God is recommended between 331 to 340. So that's missing 20, let's say 25 days out the year. 35 days max out the year. We take a day off. That is crazy. So imagine. Now, if God is recommending for a healthy person to have an orgasm almost every fucking day, if you don't have a partner, what are you gonna do? Because that means like there's something that builds up. I know that much. And like I said, when I take months before I do it, that shit hurt. It doesn't feel very comfortable. I be doing all kind of special breathing techniques to just kind of allow my body to flow, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. So that means I'm doing the shit wrong. And I've been single since 2009, and I've been celibate since 2011. So there hasn't been a man in my life doing anything of the sort to me. So with this kind of recommendation, how am I supposed to get that done? I have to do it myself. Can't just go out there and get some random person to come care for your body for you. They're not gonna care about you. They want you to do them. So forget them. Get yourself everything that you need to do what you got to do. Take care of yourself. And not just take care of your sexual health. Take care of your body. Period. Okay? Take care of your whole body. So that means get in the gym, do some walking, do some running, do some dancing, do some tai chi. Smile more, talk more. Just activate the system, man. The body was wonderfully and perfectly made. We have to understand it more so that we can get the most out of it. Understand? So yeah. So I hope that you found this reading as informative as I did. Cheese and bread, 304. Shit, God said you could take about 30 days off. Spend some time in solitude, praising the Lord. Other than that, need to put the body to work. But it's like walking is recommended on a regular, breathing, you know. All the other stuff is recommended on a regular, so why not? I mean, you can take 60 days off out the year if you want to. But like, it's just in between, you know. But God says almost every day it's good to have an orgasm. My God. Shit, I'm getting this thing so fucking wrong. Whew. Anywho, at the bottom of the deck we got 440. So if you think it was a freaking mistake, God is like, I know what the hell I'm telling you. We got 340 and 440. We don't have 440 days, but the numbers are very similar. You see it? So God is like, yeah, it's not a mistake. I said what I said. Now get to it. And you can thank me later. You can give me all the thanks and praise later. Just breathe and be healthy. But I say, something and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. But not babies. Okay? Multiply your happiness. Multiply your good health. Multiply that. Right? Take care of yourself. Wow. Who knew? Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, my lovelies. God bless us all. The Creator. Yeah.